Hi everybody. So Tyson Fury, Alexander Usyk is off at least for February 17th due to Tyson Fury getting a nasty cut during sparring. The fight is now postponed till May 18th. And the promoter from Saudi Arabia says, hey, no matter what, if somebody falls off, he's guaranteeing that the other fighter will in fact fight on that card May 18th, and that there's a $10 million penalty if somebody pulls out. That's what he said on Ariel Helwani's podcast. So sounds like we will have to wait till May 18th to see this matchup, unless somebody falls off again. Now there are people saying, hey, I told you so, they figured Tyson would figure out a way to pull out, but the thing is, that cut is real. You could see it on Ariel's podcast. Tyson came close to the camera, and you could see where the stitches are over his right eye. Now, the other thing is, folks said initially, oh, it looks like the same cut as he got with Otto Wallin. But the cut with Otto Wallin was definitely from a punch. If you remember, the ref called it, a legal, or, a cut due to a punch, which meant that if Tyson got stopped, or if the fight got stopped due to the cut, Tyson would lose because it was not an accidental headbutt, in which case it was after 4 rounds, it would go to the scorecards. So that's what spurred Tyson Fury to have a little urgency in that Wallin fight and really pick up the pace, because he had no choice. But that cut was over, I'll show on this eye, that cut was over the eyebrow. And so I think Wallin is a southpaw, but he threw a body shot with his left hand and then threw a hook to the head. He was shorter than Tyson, so it's sort of a blind punch for him. But when that punch lands on this bone, you can feel it on your own eyebrow. It's like the bone for your brow is like a knife on the inside. So when you get hit there, it just cleaves it right open. And that's a very common place, as you know, for fighters to get cut. You see that they get a nice little scar right there. Well, the cut in this case was underneath. So I imagine, again, you can feel on your own eye that there's the edge of the eye socket here. And I imagine that's where the impact was for Tyson. Initially, people said, oh, it was a headbutt in practice. Someone else said, oh, it was an elbow, and then there's quote-unquote leaked footage. I mean, who knows if that's the actual footage from that sparring session. I'm not sure why Tyson would allow anyone to film his sparring. I mean, you would think that at a world-class level, that should be forbidden, particularly because, some fool will then turn around and leak it. For money, or for clout, or for just because they're a jerk. In any case, that's a tough spot to fake a cut, and it would be a really, really scary thing to try to do to yourself. Someone else said, oh, Tyson hit himself in the head with a frying pan or something. Like, I mean, you might do that and get a cut up here on the eyebrow, but to get the cut from underneath the eyebrow, I mean, you're putting your whole eye at risk, obviously. So I don't think that's a self-imposed cut. I think it's a legit cut from sparring. Now, was Tyson in fact in prime condition and ready for this fight? Well, we'll never know because we're not going to see the fight. But I mean, some folks did say way back just after he fought Ngannou, like, hey, he's gonna pull out of the fight because he doesn't have enough time post Ngannou to get ready. It's only about really 8 weeks, and the Ngannou fight went the distance, which means it did put a little wear and tear on Tyson in terms of at least you know, you fight that many rounds, you're gonna need to take time off. You can't just jump back in the gym Monday morning and go right back at it. So he didn't have, you know, I would say maybe he took at least that week off after the Ngannou fight, maybe at least 5 days. And so people were really questioning, you know, because he looked like he was in such bad shape for Francis. Like, people were really questioning, can Tyson get in shape in time for Alexander Usyk? Because the Usyk fight demands that you be in shape. There's no way Usyk is coming in out of shape or under conditioned, and his whole game is very much movement based and combination based, and he works a lot of angles. So you absolutely have to be in tip-top shape to fight somebody like an Alexander Usyk. So, what do you guys think? Do you think Tyson Fury wiggled his way out of this one? Do you think he'll actually, this fight will happen May 18th? Will Alexander Usyk take another fight between now and May 18th, since he's primed and ready to go in 2 weeks? You know, maybe he'll take a fight sometime in March, since this is fallen off. Tell me what you guys think is going to happen. How's this going to play out? Tell me in the comments below.